What actually happens when you do 100 pistol squats every day for 30 days? I expected bigger quads, stronger legs, and maybe a noticeable transformation. What I got was something completely different. After 3,000 reps, I discovered a hidden imbalance between my legs that regular squats had been covering up for years. Most people can't perform a single pistol squat correctly because this movement demands far more than leg strength. It's one of the toughest tests of balance, mobility, and body control you'll ever try. Let's start with phase 1, the wobble before day 1. I wanted a baseline. I tested how many I could do in a row. I failed after 4 reps, not because my legs were weak. The real reason wouldn't become obvious until halfway through the challenge. When I officially started the 100-a-day count, the real shock wasn't the muscle burn. It was the absolute instability. Standing on one leg and dropping your butt to your ankle forces your hips and stabilizing joints to work triple overtime just to keep you upright. By day 3, my quads felt okay, but my shins and hip flexors were screaming. I couldn't do 100 in one go. So, I had to break them into tiny chunks of 5 or 10 reps throughout the entire day just to survive. At that point, I thought the hardest part was over, but I was completely wrong. Because once the wobbling disappeared, a much bigger problem showed up. Phase 2. The neural shift around week 2, something shifted. The wild wobbling slowed down. My lower body felt locked in. But this is where the mind game starts. Your muscles actually adapt pretty quickly, but your nervous system takes longer. That's when I noticed something that had probably been sabotaging my training for years. Your brain literally has to rewrite the map of how your nerves fire to keep you steady under a heavy load. By day 12, I hit a massive milestone. A flawless, unbroken set of 10 on each leg. If you've ever tried this movement, you know how massive that jump feels. Phase 3, the dark side of imbalance, but that milestone led me straight into the ugly truth. About halfway through the month, the reps got smoother, which made one thing blindingly obvious. My left leg was a total fraud. When you do a regular squat, your dominant side will happily hijack the weight and pick up the slack for your weaker side without you ever realizing it. A pistol squat completely strips away that luxury. There is nowhere to hide. It forces each leg to carry 100% of its own weight. But discovering the imbalance wasn't actually the most surprising part. The most surprising thing happened during the final week, and it completely changed what I thought this challenge would do. By day 20, both legs had basically caught up. The weaker side closed the gap fast. Probably because it was finally being forced to work this hard for the first time ever. Now here's what surprised me. After thousands of reps, my body didn't look dramatically different. No crazy before and after photos, but something much more useful changed. What it did give me was control over my own body that I did not have before. After 3,000 reps, one question remained. Was all this effort actually worth it? My balance improved more than my muscle size did. My knees held up fine, as long as I kept my form tight and never rushed the depth. My weaker leg caught up to my stronger one. And the small everyday moves, the ones you never think about, all got easier. The mental side mattered just as much as the physical side. There were days I really did not want to do another rep on one shaky leg. Showing up anyway, day after day, built a kind of discipline that had nothing to do with my legs at all. So, is it worth it? Yes. But go in with the right expectations. Don't do this hoping for a totally new body in 30 days. Do it to build real balance, real control, and leg strength that shows up in everyday life. If you want to try this yourself, start small. You do not need to jump straight to 100 a day. Build up your reps slowly, keep your form strict, and stop the second your knee feels sharp pain instead of normal muscle burn. This move rewards patience, not speed. What's funny is that after 3,000 pistol squats, the biggest change wasn't my legs. It was knowing exactly where my body was weak and finally fixing it. And once you discover a weakness like that, you can't unsee it.